Thanks for staying tuned to the Brooke and Ed Show. We're back and we're doing the do's and don'ts of telling people off.
Telling people off.
Yes.
We all sometimes get annoyed with someone, and for doing it could be anything from leaving out the milk to breaking our hearts. So, there are all the other. Sorry, is this because I broke your heart? No, it's not about that. Oh, is this the milk thing then? No, it's not. It's not like and or either or.
Well, I found this one quite challenging because
Brooke's a passive soul.
I don't think I've told many people off, apart from my sister.
Ooh.
I have plenty of experience telling my sister off, but otherwise it's usually me getting told off. So I've got quite a few experiences of being told off. But yeah, so actually I'll learn from the do's and don'ts.
And maybe, yes, you can bring your own perspective.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just saying, Brooke, you just better get this right. I'm just telling you now, right? Just think about it.
Oh gosh, you see, that was my first one, the eye contact. You see, right? Because when you're telling someone off, you give them that look. You raise your forehead and you look up, and your forehead's forward, and it's so intimidating.
Yeah.
You lean forward. If you're being told off, avoid eye contact wherever you can. Just keep looking at the corners of
my dad, he looks over his glasses and goes,
oh yes. Oh, it's tricky. Yeah.
So, please put your eyes behind the windows again, the safe windows. I don't want your laser vision.
Yeah.
Okay, I'd say so. Do take every measure you can before telling someone off. Like that should be your last resort. I think.
Yeah.
So, for example, if they haven't done the washing up, basically stack it up, clean the table like in the kitchen, and then put it like some sort of centrepiece.
Yeah.
It's like a monument to Zanu's filthiness.
Oh, there's someone's name dropped in.
Yeah, that's true. In fact, it's usually my filthiness, but I'm just saying that's what he does to me. But I think just don't go straight into it.
Yeah.
Do try. Don't obviously leave notes, but just try and.
Are you against the notes?
Oh, I hate the notes.
Oh,
hate the notes.
It's very common with student houses.
Oh, they're terrible because the notes are so passive aggressive. They're like, can we please not leave the milk out? And it's like you can't tell. You don't have the balls to tell me. So you're just like, well, I'm leaving a note, so it's not me. It's the note doing it. And it's just like, no, don't blame the note. It's you. You wrote the note and underlining stuff, and then putting a smiley face after.
At the end to make it like all everything's great. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, aren't I funny?
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it? I would say don't start too strong. Build up to it. See if you can sort of see if you can get an answer. Quick apology would be the best, but don't go in too strong. Obviously, unless you're a cast of EastEnders, because then it'd be straight. Where'd you get off looking at my birds? That's never going to be like. Oh, all right then. Sorry. That's going straight in at the deep end.
Yeah.
Build up.
If you're telling someone off, you've got to be on your moral high ground. You've got to act on your high horse. You've got to think. You've got to have that whole demeanour that you are better than them, and that you.
Stand on a box.
Stand
on the box.
Physically, just stand up high.
Ed's getting on his telling off box.
But I always play the goody two shoes when I'm telling my sister off. I'm always like, well, you've never seen me drunk,
Oh, that's good. That's a nice angle, because that's another do, I'd say, which is do come across like some big shot lawyer, just some, as you were saying, and it's just like well, I mean, the cake was meant for both of us, and I'm confused.
Yes.
Because surely a normal, rational person would have left some. But in this case, I just can't understand. I don't know. What do we think? That's so. Yeah, I go with that, man. Yeah.
Who would be the jury, though? Who are you trying to get? Is it just the person you're telling off?
Oh, you can just get some garden gnomes as the jury. He's got his telling off garden gnome jury out, and he's standing off his telling off box.
Yeah.
Standing off.
I'd say do follow through. So you want to use.
Sorry, there's different do's and don'ts. Yeah. Laundry day.
I meant with you don't want to say, right, this is completely out of order.
Yeah.
Sort of.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything. Yeah, sort of. What's a classic thing? Sort of, maybe.
No, I'm really unhappy with this. Kind of, it's just not, It would be better if you didn't.
Do you want some ice cream? Very good. Yes, I do think. Do wear the right clothes. I would suggest a good, smart telling off jumper.
Don't tell off in your underwear.
No, you have no moral high ground in your underwear.
Exactly.
I'd say a smart jumper, I think, gives the comfort and freedom for the movement of wagging fingers, the crossing and uncrossing of arms. You don't want to chafe. You want easy action, and also, but it shows you mean business. Yeah. It's saying I'm warm, but I mean business.
Yeah,
yes,
perfect. Because if you're wearing a suit, then this is too formal. Too formal. Yeah. If you're wearing like a wife beater, well, okay, that's a different kind of telling off. Yeah. Okay, I've got one in. If you're being told off, because I think I've got a little bit more experience that end. Be as sarcastic as possible. There is nothing more annoying to the person that's telling you off if you apologise sarcastically, if you answer everything sarcastically. So you say sort of if you're being told off like, so how do you feel about this? Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Or yeah, you're right.
No wonder people tell you off, Brooke.
You're right. yeah, sure you're right. It's so annoying.
I bet it is.
Yeah, I just apologised.
Yeah, you don't like a short telling off, do you? You like an escalating telling off.
Yes.
That's clearly what Brooke likes. I think do list the things they've done wrong. Because if you're going to tell them off, you might as well give them to say, look, I'm not getting angry over no reason, I've got my reasons, and if you think they're unreasonable, but this is why. Yeah. Unless you're a woman, then all you have to go is, well... Yeah. That's that. Just make a face. You know what this is about? Don't really know, but I think I'm in trouble.
Oh, yes, if you're being told off, that's it. Talk, like you said, just kind of, don't say anything, just a couple of words, let them fill in the blanks, like, well, you know...
I mean, you know. Make yourself look small.
Well, you know what this is all about. Yeah, you know.
I think so. And do remember to breathe. That's important because nothing undermines a good telling off like you passing out halfway through.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just
Although then you get the sympathy vote, and you can't beat the sympathy vote. The sympathy vote always wins.
Yeah, that's true.
So
exactly.
So maybe.
But actually, because you're right about the sympathy vote. But there's also some other things like you can do. Like you can be faux reasonable. We've sort of talked about this. Yeah. So you ask them a question, and you're like, so I mean, do you think it's reasonable that you were late for my birthday?
Oh.
I mean, do you think that's reasonable? And if they're like, but then they can say anything like, oh, but I was just getting the cake, and anything they say, let them get in. But anything they say, turn them against them. So basically, when I was like, I'm just getting cake. Oh, you were just getting cake, were you? Well, that's so you, isn't it? Sure, I'm a cakey man. Yeah, just turn it against them, but pretend to be faux reasonable. And I think really, I guess this one's my last because this is quite fundamental. I think do make sure that they're listening. And I don't just mean that they're like sort of not asleep, or they've got headphones in, or so they go, I should be so. So what are you saying? When you're halfway through, but do make sure that they're listening. Yes, it's very important. Yeah,
receiving.
Receiving. I was telling off a friend of mine the other day, and they were really drunk. So I couldn't tell if they'd sort of passed out slightly and their eyes were crossing. I was like, quick, better get some more stuff in before they lose consciousness.
Those are the do's and don'ts. Practical advice on the Brooke and Ed Show.
Brooke and Ed.